city, bro.
Yikes. Yo, Sergey, what's up, man? How are you, sir?
Sergey, I got a question about Maine Coons. I heard y'all got the world's largest cat over there.
Those things are
In your, in
freakishly
your, in
terrifying.
your, the world's look up the world's largest Maine Coon. It's in Russia, bro, and it's 1 year old and it's the size of Barkley.
No thanks.
They said it still got growing to do, bro.
That's actually pretty insane. Just cleaning my glasses. Give me a second. I can't see.
It's gonna be a Maine tiger.
All right, a Maine bear.
Okay, enough.
Hey, man, you started it, man.
Bro, I'm just saying, man. Just don't
started
ruin
it.
people's experience, bro. That's all.
Don't yuck anybody's yum.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man, he said report me, man. Holy shit, Chuck.
Yeah,
How you guys
report
doing
me,
today,
bro.
man?
What you gonna do? Ban me off the server? Boo-hoo. More time for me to study, man. Shit. Cry me a river.
Cry me.
Cry me. I haven't been on Twitch in so long. Hold
Cry
on.
me, cry me. Cry me a river.
Oh God, Senna and Agent are still streaming.
Yeah, they haven't stopped there. They suck at
I can't
Call
take
of
them
Duty.
too, bro.
They're
Oh,
terrible.
Senna already said she was trash. They was doing zombies, wasn't they?
Yeah, he said Sergey said even I didn't know about it. So you just taught him something. I
Yeah,
guess.
man. Y'all got the world's largest cat, man. The biggest Maine Coon
That's
in
pretty.
town. And she dresses him up in man clothes.
That's terrifying. That's actually terrifying. Wow, man. All right, guys. Well, we getting started here in a minute, man. Thank you guys for hanging out today. We're having a fun episode today, man. Fun discussions. A lot of good games got announced this past week at Gamescom. So enjoy, man. All right. Let's see. It's done. All right. Excuse me, chat. Hello, and welcome to episode 202 of the Super Weapon Podcast, most overpowered podcast on the internet. It's your boy, Dearest Artist, and as always, got my co-host DC here with me today.
What up, though? We got a lot to talk about today. I don't even know how we're going to cram it all in, but we will cram it in because the past week it's been all about Gamescon and all the great games that they've been sharing with us. And boy, it's been a lot of games, man. It's been a lot.
It's
I can't wait to
really
talk
cool
about it.
to see. You know, I was really kind of thinking about it too. You know, I really feel like Gamescom is kind of taking that place of what people wanted E3 to be. You know, RIP to E3. You know, now you have this public event that has like over 200,000 people that come. Or the numbers are pretty crazy, but yeah, man, there's quite a few announcements, and I'm really kind of thinking like, you know, I know there's been like a lot of layoffs and turnover and stuff in the industry, but there are some really good looking games coming out, especially like over the next 12 months, I think. And, you know, we're just going to talk about a few today because it's impossible to talk about all of the ones that have gotten announced because there's a ton of games, like including games from the indie space and everything that I think are pretty interesting that deserve some spotlight. But yeah, we'll figure out. Maybe we'll do like a little another additional episode, talk about some indie stuff. I don't know, but we'll see. But
Yeah, we'll do our usual formula. You know, we'll just kind of pick some of the games that we particularly were, you know, excited about, and
Yeah.
then we'll just rock out from there. But we encourage everyone, of course, to go back and look at all of the events and everything that
yes,
Gamescom had to offer. It is all on YouTube for your consumption. But what we'll do is we're going to do our thing. We always like to focus on the things that we love. We try not to shit talk or down talk games. So you will never see us just saying, oh, we're going to show this game just to shit on it. Everything that we show is a particular interest to us. And I like it that way. Keep it clean, keep it positive, you know?
yeah, absolutely, man. And I guess like the first thing I think I wanted to talk about, as you guys can see on the screen if you're here watching the video version, is this anthology TV series called Secret Level. And I wanted to kind of start off with this because I feel like there's been this really big push over the last like 3 to 5 years into gaming. Gaming media expanding outside of just the games themselves, and I don't know. This kind of like this looked kind of good to me, man. This is made by the same studio that does Love, Death, and Robots, and I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's on Netflix. It's kind of like this sci-fi uh anthology series as well, and they had like 15, I think 15 titles, yeah, as it kind of scroll across the screen here, but I think this is
Yeah, I'm
gonna be
gonna
really
be.
cool, man. Like I'm really excited for this. I think this is the stuff that kind of helps, and this just shows that the studio that's working on this gets it, if that makes sense. Because we just had Borderlands come out, and whether you loved it or hated it, it didn't do well in theaters. It's already coming to streaming services. That just to me shows that you always have these giant things to compare, and it's just like the quality of difference is crazy. But I don't know. I don't know if you saw this trailer, or if you were interested in this at all.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I heard rumblings about this, and I was gonna listen to what you were putting down because I have no idea what this is about at all.
Here, I
I
could read
saw
the quick description to you.
I saw
Um,
Balvin. I want to say Balvin posted this.
yeah.
That was the only little glimpse. I kind of skimmed through it, but I am completely in the dark when it comes to this one right here.
Think you remember the Halo anthology series, like the animated series from some years ago? It was like 7 different Halo short stories.
Oh, okay. It was different story. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's like that, but with quite a few different gaming titles. So like Concord, Armored Core. Let's see here. Crossfire, Dungeons and Dragons, Exodus, Mega Man, New World, Pac Man. Like, there's a bunch of titles that are going to be in this, which is, I mean, it looks really cool. So
So
I'm
is it like
definitely.
a series that they'll continue this, or is it like movie format?
No, it's
Like,
like a think. Yeah, so think kind of like I guess like these are going to be episodic. I'm imagining.
oh, and then they'll just take like different episodes from different games. I'm
Yeah, and,
thinking
and so
here.
yeah, so it'll be on Amazon Prime, and it comes out this year in December, so December 10th. So I'm definitely gonna check this out, man. Like if you haven't seen the trailer, like I encourage you guys to watch it. It's really cool. Warhammer's in there as well. I'm pretty excited to check out some more stuff about Warhammer. They got that game coming out, I think this year. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
the first
I
thing.
watch a lot of Warhammer from Bronze. That's like one of her go-to games.
I want to learn more about that
So
universe. It looks really cool. Like a lot of people seem like they like
those
it.
games are the multiplayer to be had in those games look pretty fun. Like I watch
Yeah,
Bronze and her peoples play it, and it's very intense. It get out of control really fast. There's a lot of stuff happening,
yeah,
and it looks like my kind of chaos. So
yeah, 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 yeah.
I would love to try like if we just get together and decide on which one because apparently there are a lot of
There's
Warhammer
a
games and
hold on, let me
expansions and
see. Warhammer. There's one, yeah, Space Marine 2 is coming out soon-ish.
good morning, Dre. Good morning, Darkstar. See you in the chat.
Dark
Good morning.
Star, hey man, how you doing today, sir? Oh man, when is the release date for this? I swear I thought they announced the release date for it. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, so no, I guess there's no release date for it yet. But yeah, this looks cool. I mean, I get Gears of War vibes like from the action and stuff. Just like you said, like it seems kind of chaotic in a good way, and you look like you're like a strong character in the universe and stuff. So it looks really cool, man.
Oh,
But
for
yeah,
sure, for sure, for sure. All right, we got people just trickling in here. Good morning, Tori.
morning.
Good morning, Ray. Yeah, good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Glad to see
So
you.
what you got, man? What's your
Oh, you
first?
want me to start this thing off? Okay,
No, that was
cool.
that was my
So,
number one there, man. What you?
oh, the show was the number
The
one for
show was
you.
the number one. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
So, for those who just joined the chat, we are going over our favorite announcements from Gamescom this week. It was a big. If you're not familiar, Gamescom is like a big deal that showcases a lot of PC games, a lot of console games, a lot of things that are coming out in the near future. So we're we're discussing our favorite things that we saw over the week. So Darius kicked it off with what was it? Leveling,
Secret
uh,
level.
Secret Level, which is a show on Prime, and I'm gonna pick one of mine off of my list that, and he's gonna pull it up so you guys can get that visual. I'm gonna start off with Spine, aka John Wick beat 'em up, is what I'm calling it.
How do you spell it? It's Spyne, right?
Eh, I think it's Spine.
Spine game. Okay.
All I know is this is right up my alley because
Oh, this looks interesting. Okay.
it gives me guns with ass whooping action.
The art style's pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's very John Wickish in a way, man. It's over the top action. And when I
Ooh.
saw this, I was just like, you know what? Sometimes it's good to just turn your brain off and just let ass kick and kick.
This gives me it reminds me a lot of like Sifu as well, like the like the hand to hand combat and stuff looks pretty cool. This is super interesting. I didn't catch this one. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, buddy. I'm gonna be all up in there.
Cyberpunk vibes too. That's pretty cool.
So yeah,
This is definitely a you game for sure. This right here is something that you would play for sure.
and I couldn't even begin to tell you the story. You guys are gonna have to look that up yourselves because I don't know. I just was, oh, he didn't hit her in the face with a bat. Jesus Christ.
So she like a cyborg or something? I see she has the she has like a glowy thing on her back.
No, I think she's human,
Or
but it
she's
goes with
just
the
badass.
story.
Okay.
Yeah. But this game definitely was the first one to catch my eye. It was
Yeah.
pretty high up on the top of the list when I was looking through the enormous list of games.
Yeah.
And this is Gun Fu. Look at
Gun
that
fu in the
tagline.
market. like the camera, the third person camera, how it's kind of close up.
Yeah, give
It
you that.
doesn't get in the way of the action. I think that's kind of important, especially in games like this, man. Action games with bad cameras are, I mean, they can be
Oh,
a
when you
struggle
get stuck
sometimes.
behind a wall and then you're
Yeah,
getting pummeled because you can't freaking see.
you can't turn around
Yeah.
quick enough or something, or yeah, just get stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this game, like, sometimes you just gotta, like, there doesn't always have to be a deep
Ooh,
story to say the least. Like, sometimes it is good to get, ooh, it's good to get that action off. You know what I'm saying? This
oh
is one of
yeah,
those games where, you know, you just have fun with it. Like, a great story would be a bonus.
yeah.
If there's a great story behind this, there will be a bonus. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. I really don't care what the story's about. If it's good, bonus. If not, hey, I'm just here to kick some ass. So, and there's always a big guy with a shield, right? That you can't like shoot, or you got to do some
Right.
behind the back tactic to get through them. You know what I'm saying? But
That's super cool, man. I think that's a pretty cool game. I mean, it looks really interesting, and I mean,
the
these are the
art
type of
style
games that I
caught me
think
too.
people should support, man. Like we talk about it all the time, like how AAA gaming is either you profit or your studio gets closed. But a lot of these smaller studios are producing good games. Like it looks really cool, man.
Mm.
Yeah, it does kind of look like
Yeah, Ray,
Arkham Asylum, Ray.
that's a good
Yeah,
call. That is a good call because those movements did kind of remind me of like Batman, right?
yeah.
Where because it's kind of like that. Yeah. That's actually a damn good call out too. It does give me that Batman
Yeah,
vibe a little
especially
bit.
with the counter and parrying and stuff she was doing. Yeah, I mean, the Arkham games are so good, man. That's definitely a great callback. If you guys have never played those, highly recommend it.
Yes, classic. I'm working my way through it now. My first playthrough, by the way, too.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty fire, man. All right, man. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this game out of the way. I was gonna try to save this for last, but I'm too excited for
Well, we knew
uh
it was coming,
yeah
and I
my
know the other one's coming too, but I'm not gonna
oh
say
yeah,
nothing.
you already know which. You know me well. It's funny. I might save that one for last. Actually, that's a good idea. But
I
uh,
didn't pick it because I didn't want to yuck your yum. I
nah,
didn't pick it on
nah.
purpose.
We could have still talked about it, man. It's Monster Hunter Wilds, man. This look, man. I've watched. I think this is probably the thing I've watched the most out of the out of the showcase so far. You know, they've had like these live streams every day, these developer live streams, and they're about an hour to 2 hours of them just playing through, you know, the first map they revealed. And man, the game just looks so like this game looks so
Look, let me tell you
fucking
something.
good, man. Like,
They made a spider with a rose
yes,
coming out of her ass look beautiful. Okay,
yeah, and
some of the monsters in this game is so freaking detailed and
yeah.
like, yeah, I might be on a Monster Hunter train with you. I
Oh
don't
man,
know. I might not get left behind
this is a
time.
absolutely day one buy for me. You know, it takes a lot for, you know, because Monster Hunter World was my first real true experience to playing that game. You know, I dabbled in a few of the other ones like when I was younger, but never to the extent that I did World. So I always kind of feel like, you know, I always say that Monster Hunter World is like my true first game, and I
So,
played the hell out of it. Like I bought it twice. Like I bought it on PC and I have it on Xbox. Like it.
so let me ask you this, and maybe for like the first time viewer
Mm.
or the first time person, this is their first glance out of Monster Hunter. How would you explain this for someone new to the series who's never seen it or
Okay,
don't
so
even know what it is?
you get to hunt big monsters in huge environments, and there are I think 12 or 13 different weapons you can pick from, and they're all completely different, have their own play style. They're all good to use. There's no, in my opinion, there's no bad weapons in Monster Hunter.
You just gotta learn it.
You
I don't
just
think it's bad weapons. You just gotta master the weapon
right,
in which you're using.
and it's co-op. There's 4 player co-op as you guys can see on the screen. You know, it's just a fun game, man. Like it really is.
Can we show the spider with the rose up her ass?
Let me see if I can find that trailer. Yeah.
I think it was the
Wow.
latest trailer that they
Trailer
dropped.
reveal.
Yeah, so basically, I just want to tell a quick story real quick while he looked
Nah,
that
go
up
for it. Go for
because my first experience with Monster Hunter wasn't good because I went into the game thinking it was more or less like a hack and slash God of War type game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is with Monster Hunter, guys, is it's a very fun game, but it's very strategic. Like you're not just they don't
it.
just drop you
Yeah.
in there, you go hunt a monster, you beat it up, and then it's over. Like you have to prep.
It's not
You have to
hack and
make sure
slash
you
for sure, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
have
agree with
to
that.
make sure that you have the right materials. You got to read up on the monster, see what his weaknesses are, what you can take advantage of. Like it can
Yeah.
get real technical, but that technical aspect to me, once I learned that and went back and played it, the game was very fun for me.
Yeah, and you get
So
to craft your own armor from like the pieces of the monsters that you kill, and
hmm
each piece of armor has like different attributes. So like, you know, one might do like more fire damage, resistant to certain elements. It's pretty cool, man. Like, and I think it's such a great community. Like from a content creator standpoint, like Monster Hunter really does kind of hold a special place for me because it was one of the first games that I did stream out after Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's like what kind of got me my start with my community on Mixer. So I always kind of like hold Monster Hunter in that little special little place for me. Like I'm super fucking excited for this, man. Like I said, if I had to guess, I think this game comes out before April 2025. It just seems like,
mm.
you know, they're showing so much of the game right now, and you know they're not being shy about reveals, which is cool because they didn't do this with World and like the lead up to that. But I think yeah, I think this is like a early spring game, like a, you know, late winter, early spring game, if I had to guess.
And that means Darius will disappear off the face of the earth
Yeah, I'm a
around
Monster Hunter.
springtime.
I'm a Monster Hunter streamer for like 4 months after that. Yeah. So yeah, I found the trailer too, so I'm playing it right now.
Look at man, look at this beautiful disaster.
Yeah, I'm gonna also give these links to DC if you guys are interested in these trailers. The only reason I have them muted now is because we're putting this on YouTube, and
Fair
you
right
know,
usage.
yeah, you know, I'd rather not deal with that. So we'll just kind of mute these for now. But yeah, man, like I mean, you just kind of look at this stuff, like, and the monsters themselves will fight. Like you can see the bigger monsters in the environments will fight each other. Yeah, that shit would be pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Don't forget, Dre, not just a spider monster with a rose coming out of his ass. Remember that. Look at that, all
Yeah,
that fun to be had. Don't y'all
yeah.
see all that fun?
And the game is apparently
Frustration?
cross-play and I think cross-save. They were saying, and that already to me right
Oh,
there, man. Like
that's already a win.
that's it. That's a W, man. Like I think this game is gonna do numbers. I think it's gonna pull in a large number of people who've never played Monster Hunter. I mean, Capcom just
And
been
she's
winning,
already
man.
a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And she only got 2 seconds of screen time, which is crazy.
So we're gonna play Monster Hunter Rise to prepare? No, because this is the team that developed World. So I'm gonna go back and finish Iceborne. Is what I'm gonna do. Which
Oh,
means
I
that
died.
which
I
means
froze to
we
death.
can play Iceborne together, chum. Yeah, I need to go
Look at
back
it.
and
Look
finish
at
that
this.
party pooper. But yeah, so yeah, man, I had to talk about this, man. Like I'm so fucking excited for Monster Hunter. You know,
Hey, man,
I wish I played this more when I was a kid on like DS and stuff. But you know, hey, it's all good. Like this just looks phenomenal. This game looks great. I think this game won quite a few awards too, from Gamescom, which is cool. So yeah, I think it's gonna be another win for Capcom. I think this game's gonna do numbers at 2025. Man, it's just keep these titles are just gonna keep stacking on top of each other because GTA 6 isn't gonna get delayed, so it's gonna come out as soon as it says.
Don't you start. Don't you start with me. We not talking about that. It's not GTA's time yet,
Yeah,
bro.
GTA is gonna come out on time, man. So what you got next, man? I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? Speaking of the bats,
Ooh,
this one is gonna go crazy on the list, right? So I got Batman VR.
you know I did.
Hey,
Okay,
bro,
I
if
did
I
see this
could,
Batman
come on,
VR.
Dre. Where Darkstar? VR Batman? Do you want to be the bats, or are you a fake fan?
And it's
Come
Arkham
on, Dre.
Shadow, right? This is it. Yeah, this is it on MetaQuest. I saw this trailer. This actually looks pretty good, man. Like, hey, VR games are. I think they're on the come up, man.
Look at that, bro. You can be the bats.
Oh my God, you're throwing somebody off a roof. That's insane.
Come on, dog. Who
This is
wouldn't want to VR?
terrifying for those guys. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Look, you could fly through the city. Look, come on, dog. Come on, man.
Ba, 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 ba,
Mm,
ba, 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 ba,
mm,
ba, ba.
mm.
Look at
But you
him.
got to do his voice the whole time you play.
All right. This is super sick. Okay. All right, VR. Okay, VR still kind of it's starting to kind of sell me a little bit, man. I
They
think
just gotta come. I just feel like they still ain't hit their stride. Like they just
yeah,
have to come with better games.
but I
I
mean, it
think
seems
this
like
and that other game that they have, that medieval game.
oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it, man. Your soul, yeah.
Ray, you're gonna have to get a better quest, my brother, if you want to play that.
I mean, I hear good things about the MetaQuest all the time, man. Like it, you know, I'll give Facebook their props on that. Like they are
Oh
one of the
well,
few
Ray.
companies that are doing good things in VR, in my opinion. Just like game wise, I don't know about anything else, chat, but
Well, and then I mean, if you get it too, Ray, you could watch sports games. You could actually sit in an arena.
yeah, that's
So
true.
there's that.
Yeah, you
You
can
could
sure
sit
do that.
courtside with your headphones on, and you'll be at the game.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, this actually Batman Arkham Shadow. Okay, that's pretty cool.
VR Batman. Come on, dog. We ain't got to talk about this long.
Alfred.
We ain't got to talk about this long. We can go on. We can carry on. Come on, VR Batman.
tell me about the rabbits.
I'm still looking to get a headset. I just don't know which one yet.
I mean, I would look into the Meta Quest, man. Like, I think it's probably one of the best, in my
I'm gonna
opinion,
see
one of the
like
best.
because I could watch sporting events with it. Like
Yeah,
if I could find enough reasons to genuinely use it and get my
yeah,
money's
yeah.
worth from it, then I definitely will buy one. So I mean that's all I have. We can go on to the next one.
Yeah.
I just thought VR Batman. I thought it looked good
It does.
compared to I mean not compared to, but we've come a long way with the VR games. They're slowly getting better and better, but
They
they
have their
start
own
to
little
make
niche.
games that hopefully they start to make games that connect with people. So this is just not an obscured idea and it just starts to fade away. I do want to see VR flourish.
Yeah.
So I think with Batman, and then I can't remember the name of that other game that we spoke on like 1,000 episodes ago.
Half-Life
Um,
Alex.
it was that. Then it was something else that looked really good. It was like a medieval type of game. So with
Was
games
it?
like
It's
that
not. It's
coming
not
out,
Deliverance. I don't think the one that Sergey was talking about earlier. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we did speak on one. But it. I mean, yeah, like I
they
think.
slowly move toward making games like that. Then hopefully, we'll get to a space where VR. See, the thing with VR though is I think they can't just rely on games. I think you're gonna have to have little quirky stuff like the sports apps where you're sitting in the arena. It's
Yeah.
gonna have to be more uses for it to sell. That's how
Right.
I feel.
Right.
That's how
Right.
I
Right.
feel personally. So,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
mean,
what
it's
do you
gonna be
got,
cool.
man?
All right. So the next game that I'm actually pretty hyped for is Mafia: The Old Country, and
Good choice.
my
Mafia series is amazing.
yeah, I haven't played the third game yet. I've heard mixed things
Mm,
about it, but I'm such a huge
mm.
fan of the first two. Those are probably one of the games or some of the games I played the most on 360.
You look like a back in the day type of
Ah
guy. I
man,
could see
I
you with
love
one
it,
of them top
man.
hats, one of them Bossellini top hats with the
Like
Tommy
I
gun, bro.
absolutely love Mafia as a game series, man. And honestly, this made me want to pick up the third game. So we just got a CG trailer for this, no release date or anything like that. But it seems like if I had to guess, it's gonna be a prequel to the first game. Because all the games are kind
Yeah,
of
it is.
are linked in a
It's in
particular way.
Sicily.
So
It's 1920s
yeah, you're back
Sicilian.
in
Like
the old country. Yeah, you're back home, man. So
it's supposed to be like the origins. Like it's almost like an origin story for the mafia, from
yeah,
my
that's what
understanding.
I'm thinking it's gonna be. So we'll see more December 2024. So that'll be the video game award show.
Ooh, it's gonna look
You
nice
know,
too.
maybe we'll get this will be a 2025 game. I could possibly see it. I'm fine if they don't rush this. I want this to be good because, like I said, I've heard mixed things about Mafia 3, and that they're not the same studio that did the first two. So I'm cautiously excited for this or cautiously optimistic about it.
Yeah,
Because
I think.
this is just like a game you don't really get a lot of nowadays. Like I think we're just in that cyclical part of the generation where certain genres are more popular than others, and I'm liking that we're starting to get these kind of games again. So I'm pretty excited for it.
I think
Mafia 3 is
one,
a
two,
game.
one and two, and then three is such a contrast, even because of the protagonist.
Right.
And then you grew up. It kind of covers an era where you're dealing with like a lot of like Jim Crow. It's a
Yeah.
lot like it's dealing with a lot of uh racial like themes, and um it kind of throws you off from one and two. It's kind of hard to explain. Like
Yeah.
it's not a bad game. It's just so different from one and two that I think a lot of people kind of shut it down. I don't think it was a bad game
Yeah.
but visually, I think it took a step back. To be honest, like visually, I was
Interesting.
not a fan of the graphics, me myself, but it's definitely like if they have a definitive pack or something that come out like that, I believe they
Yeah.
do. I want to say they do. It's definitely a game worth playing, but I believe one and two would be the superior game
Yeah.
until this one
Yeah.
comes out.
100%. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check the third game out. I'm gonna play this. I mean, this just sounds like right up my alley, man. Like I love these. I love this whole genre of like movies, books, everything. Like I'm all in on this. So this probably be another day one pickup for me. Sad to say.
Oh, unsad,
They're
unsad.
getting my money,
Get
man.
hype,
They're getting after me, man. All right,
get
what you got,
hype,
man?
man. Let me
What's
look over
next
here
on
on my
your
list.
list?
We're gonna go down the. Let's
Mafia
see.
3 is a game. It is indeed a game.
A powerful game. It's like
A game of all
um,
time.
one game that I've been looking at very strong with my glasses on. I've been looking
Bars.
down. We're gonna go with First Berserker.
First Berserker.
First Berserker.
That's first Berserker Kazan, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this shit looked in. This looks. Excuse my language. This looks great.
This looks like a mixture of intense anime action slash. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm drawn in. Okay, I don't need to know about a story or nothing. You got a guy beating the hell out of people.
Right. You like?
He's
I'm
bloody,
sold.
and the art style too. The art style, everything looks very.
Super cool. This is super cool.
Look at him, man. Come on, look at this guy. Come
It's
on,
based
look at
off
him,
of
man.
so first Berserker is based off a Dungeon Fighter. I really do. I really do like the art style, man. Yeah, this whole kind of like watercolor, water brush effect. And yeah, this is pretty cool. Well, look at this.
Yeah, man, it's restoring the feeling, bro. Come on, man. Look,
JRPGs for the win.
it's restoring the feeling. I like it. Once again,
Yeah.
they're a little skimmish on the storyline so far, so I couldn't really tell you what it's about. But all I noticed when I first watched this game, I was like, the character looks very cool. So
Yeah.
that essentially drew me in. And I was looking at the art style and I was like, you know what? This art style is like fire.
It is. It's
And
pretty
this
cool.
is not the trailer that I watched, but that's okay.
Combat
That
looks
is okay.
combat looks really fun
Um,
too.
Yeah, you got your typical like, there seems to be a lot of games with this.
Why did he run like
Uh,
that?
there seems to be a lot of games with this kind of combat style. Like we essentially call it like the God of War, like fighting style, but hack and slash, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure it's more to it than just hack and slash. I'm pretty sure you have to memorize patterns and all that stuff and kind of adjust and you know take it to a Souls type level.
I mean,
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
he's parrying. It looks like you have the ability to parry in the game too. So
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
you definitely hit
parrying
the nail on the
ammo.
head. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be. Honestly, this reminds me of like the later Devil May Cry games, like five.
Ooh,
You know what
that's
I
a
mean?
good
Just like in terms of
comparison.
action,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like a lot of people think Devil May Cry games are just kind of hack and slash, but they're really not, in my opinion. Like at the harder difficulties, they're definitely not. But
Well,
this was a good pick, man. I hadn't seen this trailer either. I saw a different
yeah, I
one at
saw
the
the more cinematic trailer was the one that I watched.
yeah. But I mean, hey man, this is cool because I mean, I'm glad we're getting these international studios are getting more spotlight on their games. You know, for better or for worse, I guess this is cool to see. Like I said, you know, I really feel like the industry's kind of cyclical with the types of games that people are really looking forward to. And what was the one that you played? Was it what
This
was
man got a lot of
what was the
different
name of the one that people
variations
were
of that
playing a
damn
couple months
weapon.
ago? Stellar Blade. That's what it is. Like you
Yeah.
know, games like Stellar Blade did really well. So I could see
I feel
this, you
like
know,
that
being popular too.
Yeah, I feel like that genre of game, these genre of games are it's hard to quote unquote miss with these type of games.
Yeah, for their particular
Like
audience,
it's
yeah, 100%.
yeah, like I think these games usually always do well. Even with Stellar Blade behind all of the controversy that came with that game, it still did well.
Right.
Look at this guy. He looks cool as shit, you know what I'm saying?
Badass, man. Oh, and they got a technical
He
beta
looking
test
like
too.
Black Fabio, you know what I'm saying?
Technical beta test October too, which is pretty. Man, October is pretty full on announcements. Oh my gosh, on game releases.
More beta testing for games. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. Beta test the shit out of them because I'm tired of games coming out half cooked.
Beta tests are fun, man. They're fun. But yeah, that's cool, man. Next game for me is gonna be another no-brainer, man. It's Borderlands 4. This
Yep,
is
had that on the list, and I got a prediction for that once you're finished.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk. Yeah, we're gonna talk some theories and stuff because you know people have seen it and there's just a lot going on. Like kind of like if you're a fan of the series, you kind of understand what's happening. But I think it's about time that we got news on Borderlands 4. I mean, there's been kind of rumors here and there that the game was in development, and you know Borderlands 3 came out what 2019. It's crazy to say. I think it's been 5 years, but I was incredibly excited that we got this announcement. Once again, another 2025 release date. This will probably hit later, I would imagine, in the later half of next year. They're gonna do another because the cool thing the Gearbox does as well too. They're gonna be at PAX in a couple of weeks, and
No, we're not. Hold on. No, we're not playing Borderlands 3, Dre.
you know what?
Delete that.
There's a
Delete that shit.
mod to skip cutscenes and dialogue, so I would be down to do that because that's my least favorite part of Borderlands actually.
Wait,
I
Borderlands 3 is the one with the horrible, horrible villains. They
Yeah,
supposed to be like
they're the
the
worst part of the
millennial
game.
villains or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yes.
The old using social media, whatever. Oh god.
Yeah, they were the worst
The
part
worst
early.
villains of all time. I'm gonna throw it out there. The worst villains in video game
Yeah.
history.
I think
Top 5.
I think
Easily.
what it was, they were just late to release that game for the storyline. You know what I mean? Because by the time it came out, streaming and stuff had already kind of been solidified. So it was a weird like meta joke, I guess. But I mean, like I said, man, like honestly,
That's
like
what happens when you create your game in 2009.
yeah, I
Then
mean,
it
like
finally comes out.
but yeah, I mean, like in terms of gameplay for me, man, Borderlands 3 is probably my favorite. I think the build diversity on the game, the character abilities and stuff. I like just the game is fun to play. Like I would actually be down to play Borderlands 3 again. Don't it's like I said, there's a mod to skip the cutscenes and stuff. So I'm definitely I would
That's
just need to do
crazy
that.
that you need a mod to skip that. Like,
Yeah, you can't skip
that's
them.
how bad the characters were.
Yeah.
Because I remember literally going to take a dump. Whenever they came up, I was like, oh, it's time to go take a shit.
Yeah, they were not they were the worst part of the game 100%. But yeah, I'm excited for this, man. Like this is definitely, like I said, man, like 2025 getting a lot of my money, like another day one pickup for me. I just hope that the game is a little bit more social and in a lot of other aspects. But what yeah, I wanted to hear what you had to say about the game, DC, because I know you
So
said you
this
had
is
this
my
on your
prediction.
list as well.
This is my prediction. Anybody want to bet me? I'm putting 100 smacks on the table. All right. 100 smacks for anybody who want to smackaroonies, buckos,
Okay.
bitcoins, whatever. I guarantee you that we circle back to Handsome Jack. I promise you. I freaking promise you.
He'll be in the game, but he's not gonna be the main villain. I don't think so, because of the way the third game ended and the Iridians and how they're trying to stop the Vault Hunters, like that alien race that you fight at the end of 3. He's not gonna be the main villain. I don't think so.
I don't know,
But
man.
there's rumors like that you can like because of Tales from the Borderlands, and I need to play that series again too. I played the first game, but I never played the second one. Apparently, there's a magic crystal that can revive people, so people are thinking that Handsome Jack's gonna get revived and be some sort of like
Jack
anti-hero.
is back, bro. Jack is back.
Because I
bro.
mean, like, let's just be honest, man. Jack wasn't.
Everyone loves
He
Jack.
wasn't a bad person, man. He just walked the wrong path.
He just got pushed around by the man. If you know the story,
Yeah,
like
he wasn't a
he
bad
was
person.
just a
but
lower level Hyperion worker, right? Like a little worker bee. And then he got tired of taking people's shit in corporate America.
Yeah. It was
He got
unfortunate,
tired
man.
of taking people's shit. And he killed the CEO of what, Hyperion?
Yeah, that's the story of pre-sequel. Even though that game's terrible,
Hey, I like floating.
it's necessary.
Space.
It's necessary to the story. That's the only thing I'll say about pre-sequel. It's necessary to the overall
like
Borderlands
floating in
story.
space?
No, I didn't like the game. It was bad. I've never finished pre-sequel. I couldn't get through it. I'm being 100% honest with you. I hated the pre-sequel. I absolutely hate that game.
You hear that, chat? Tough crowd.
It's
man.
awful. It's a awful video game. No, let me not say that. It's a awful Borderlands game. A awful video game is something that's like completely unplayable to me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, Borderlands for allegedly October 2025, or not October 2025, but 2025. I think, like I said, if this does hit, it'll be later in the year. Or maybe it'll come out in September, because I think that's when Borderlands 3 released. Hold on, look now. Borderlands 3 release.
Ivan, you over there getting motion sickness, bro?
Yeah, it came out September 13th in 2019. So yeah, maybe we'll get an early release for this, so this will get out of the way of GTA 6.
Just make a definitive pack so we can all play together, all parts. Like, that's what I would love to see.
Yeah. Oh, you get sick from the motion sick. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, because you're floating the entire game, so. And I mean, like, if you're just being honest, the Vault Hunters, they're just so not interesting. Their character abilities.
Hey, man, as long as we don't have Hella playing any. Never mind. But
All right,
yeah.
next game.
Woo! Another game that
Woo!
I do not understand for the life of me, and I read the plot to this game
Uh,
642 times before it was doing during pre-pod, right? I
all right.
read it and I read this game. I love this game, but once again, I couldn't tell you what the hell this shit is about, but it's creepy and I love it. Okay? I love creepy shit. I love scary games. I love all that. But I have to go with Little Nightmares 3.
Oh,
God, it's
okay,
such a
okay.
creepy fucking game, man. It's just about a little girl lost in a raincoat. I don't
I've
know. Look,
seen the
y'all
first
go
two. Yeah, what? So
Wicca
this looks
it your damn
insane.
selves and
This
leave
looks
me
pretty
alone,
insane.
okay?
That's a surprising pick for you, man. You know, would you say you're into scary games, or would you just say you
I
play
am
them?
obsessed with scary games.
Okay.
I love being scared. I love scaring the shit out of myself. I am weird, okay? I'm tired of seeing this man slap this cow on the ass and this dude choking. What is that all
That's
about?
Kingdom Come Deliverance for
Look,
reference
look.
for our audio listeners.
Oh yeah, yeah. They do need a reference. Can't see that, right? Um, look, look.
Yeah,
It's so
I've seen these games on TikTok. So it's like there's like a story to them, right? Like, cause I always just see you getting chased
yeah.
by
There's
some
a story of
monster.
you escaping. Like I know you have to escape from whatever hell that you're stuck in, but
Oh, okay.
like if you Wicca and read the story, it's kind of sad. I don't.
That's
You just
awful,
want to.
man. These kids are out in the desert by themselves. This looks sad.
Hey man, that chef on what was it, part two? And that chef beat like catch you and he eat you, bro.
Yeah, see, I agree with you. This game is the series is super creepy. This is incredibly weird and because it's always
Oh, and I think what makes this one different too is it's co-op.
yeah, okay, because there's two people. Oh, see, yeah.
Yeah, this one will be the first one couch co-op. So
Imagine your friend isn't fast enough to get away,
or
man.
online, like yeah. That's exactly what happens. It's
Imagine your
funny
friends can't get
because
away. That's awful.
you always pull up the trailer that I didn't pull up, and that's hilarious because I saw a totally different trailer from this.
Oh my gosh, man, it's cool though. I really like that. I would say because when the game's doing like just kind of like that isometric view where they're going back and forth, I like that there's depth too because it looks like they were walking like back and forth towards the frame of the screen. Like it's cool, like little stuff like that's cool to me. That's pretty tight.
Yeah, so you guys could Wicca that and try to make sense out of Little Nightmare's story. But the gameplay to me, I love it. Once again, there's that.
Oh, that's
It's
weird.
that very anything that's two. I think I'm in love with 2D side scrollers. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. I love those type of games. It takes me back to the younger me playing video games before all the 3D stuff. Um,
Yeah, I like the camera
this
view,
game
man.
is
It's
kind
super
of
cool.
puzzly in a sense because you have to figure out ways to progress through the level without getting caught by whatever creature or whatever it is that is stalking you.
Yeah.
There's always something on your ass. There's always something chasing you. It's always and you die some pretty, like, really bad deaths. Like, the little cutesy characters, don't let it fool you because you get your ass cooked.
Yeah. He just
Let's
left his
see.
companion down there.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to roll together, but he's out of here.
Yeah. This looks cool, man. I'd be down to play this. I actually, yeah, I might. This might make a fun October like spooky series to play because they're not like long games, right? They're not like terribly long.
They have a nice length to them. They're not super long, but it's definitely you're gonna get your money's worth. Put it like that.
Yeah, got a nice little
It's-
bite on them. Okay, that's cool.
yeah.
I don't know why, but this is giving me what was the name of that game from PlayStation?
Two of us.
No, not that game. I'm talking about the art from the like just the way like their rag dolls and art styles. What is the name of that game? Little Big Planet. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at the.
I get Little Big Planet vibes from just like the animation and everything, and it's really cool.
See, why did he bust through that wall and just start eating the wall? Like I
Yeah,
need a little bit of understanding. Okay.
so you got a big ass beetle. Oh my gosh, it's so insane. This game is so
Mm.
nuts, man.
Oh, you actually can attack now because I know in 1 and 2 you just pretty much.
Oh, now they fighting back now. They tired.
Yeah, because 1 and 2, you just pretty much had to avoid shit. Oh, okay.
Necropolis.
That got dark. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a game. I wouldn't say a day one,
But you're
but
gonna, yeah,
it's
you want to check
definitely
it
going to
out.
be a game. It's going to be on my radar. I'm definitely because I got 1 and 2 on my computer. I've played numerous of times. I've actually when I was streaming this when I was playing 1 and 2. I actually streamed
Yeah,
it.
I've never played these. I'm definitely curious though now.
It
Like,
got me a nice little audience. I had a little 15 banger. You know what I'm saying? Like a little,
nice.
yeah. People were trying to tell like one thing
Oh,
that I
big
learned from
baby,
like BZ is like a lot of people look at this creepy shit.
big
A lot of
baby.
people just want to be involved and they want to help you and not necessarily backseat, but like a lot of people, oh, do this, blah 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 blah. You gotta tell them
They want
calm
to see you
down.
succeed. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta get people involved. I feel like people just want to be involved. Hey, watch it. If they get caught by that baby, watch what happes. It's
That
gonna
is
be
so
something so
insane,
vile.
bro. Like,
Don't it look so creepy, bro?
that is such a huge baby.
One-eyed baby. Come on, look
And it
at
has
him.
like a tower light in its eye. That's insane. Oh, where are they supposed to go?
There's a little creepy hole over there. Run! And these games are like,
Oh, wow.
wait, is he gonna climb up? Okay. Yeah, I thought it was like a little.
That's definitely interesting. That game has my attention. I got a wish
Yeah,
list
Little
that.
Nightmares. Hey, if you guys haven't, check it out, man. Check out the first two. YouTube them, look at them. They are very, very. This one didn't even really hit on the creepy aspect I feel in this trailer, but they are some strange little games that
Is
I
it on
enjoy.
Game Pass? A Little Nightmares. Are the first two on Game Pass? Or no, they're not. Okay, but they're fairly cheap. Cool. All right, man. I have one more game. One
Ooh,
more.
oh god.
Saving the best for last, man.
And we
Starship
got a lot
Troopers.
to discuss with this one because I got a lot to say about this.
Starship Troopers Extermination, which should be as no surprise to anyone that knows me well. I mean, if you look right behind me, there's a gigantic Starship Troopers poster. It's the greatest sci-fi film of all time.
You gotta light it up back there,
Let's
man.
not
I can't see it.
let's not argue. Oh yeah, it's a little blurry. Hold on, I can hold on.
No, you gotta get some
I'll
light on
fix
that
that.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
blurry. There you go.
But yeah, I'm excited for this, man. I didn't play.
They
'Cause
call him Black Rico.
this game came out. Shut up. Shut up. This there was like an early access period for this game, I think early this year, late last year, that I missed out on, but they're doing some sort of like gameplay update, which looks pretty cool. I think it's supposed to drop it sometime in October. They're releasing another iconic bug of the series, the big tanker boy here. It's up to 16 player co-op, which is pretty fire. Like I just this looks just like DC says.
16 player?
Yeah, 16 player online co-op. Yeah. So like you're doing these maps and missions and stuff. So come on, man. Doesn't that sound cool? Come on, man. Like
And the coolest part about it is they got the voice actor
yeah, they got
who
Casper
played
Van
Rico.
Dien. He is actually doing the voiceovers for this, which is super awesome, man. Like Starship Troopers is just one of those series. I know some people either love it or hate it. Like I love it for all the wrong reasons. This is a great series to me, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be hopping in on this. I don't know when. I think the update drops. I think it's like October 11th or something like that. But yeah, I think, and it's also coming out on Xbox too, which is pretty cool. So hopefully this gets a wider audience, man. You gotta support these kind of games, chat. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It's Rico, man. Don't you guys want to be a citizen?
Look at him. There he is.
Don't you want
Why
to be?
does he still look the same?
I mean, the game looks fun. I watched a couple of people stream it. It was a little rough around the edges back then, but hopefully they've ironed out some of the gameplay bugs.
You know
and
what?
stuff,
I
but
want it to be rough around the edges.
it's a part of the charm, man.
it's
Yeah.
it's part of the corniness. That's part of the corniness, bro.
Part
I don't
of-
want it to be polished. I
Like
kind
this
of
looks
want it
great.
to.
Come on, man. It looks like just a good time. October
know
11th,
what?
bro. Do your part. Do your
Oh,
part.
I don't
man.
want to hear that shit again. Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna have to hear that.
Do your Do your part, guys. Don't forget,
Don't do
man.
your part. We not starting that. We not starting that again. Don't. Please don't. I hope the game get canceled if they do that. Don't.
Oh, that's rough, man.
Yeah, I'm going there. I don't want to hear "do your part" ever again.
It's gonna be
Okay.
great, man. I'm actually really excited for that game. But yeah, that's it. Those are like the highlights for me.
I think what's going to sell that game. I think because I kind of think
Let's
I
look at
want
our
to
Steam charts.
say I want to say Helldivers kind of is either going to hinder or help that game
Helldivers.
because
If we're gonna have, let's have an honest conversation about Helldivers, man. Let's just hold on. Let me just look this up real quick. Extermination Steam charts. Helldivers is where it's going to be forever. I don't think Helldivers is ever going to reach the heights that it had, because not because it's a bad game or it's a, or even with the whole drama with the PlayStation account access issue. I think it's just one of those games where the gameplay loop doesn't change much for you after a while. And people, at least like for me, like games like that, after a while, I'll just kind of lose interest because there's nothing really too different from what they can change on a weekly basis or, every couple of weeks, it seems like. And I think that, that part of that community is just gonna have its little pocket, but I don't think it's ever gonna get them heights again. Personally, that's just me.
well, Starship Troopers look like there's actually somewhat of a story with it. Then I think
Yeah,
with the multiplayer being so high, that can create fun situations. Um, I think that'll make for great gameplay with it being 16-player co-op. But I don't know. Like I said, either people are going to be hyped for this game to kind of look for something to fuel that empty void that Helldivers has left,
yeah,
or it could be like, all right, well, we already kind of played this in Helldivers. Like, why would we want to play this game? But like I said, the little differences in the multiplayer, and then the fact that this actually looked like a storyline, it looked like this game is trying to set itself apart from
right.
Helldivers. So I'm down to give it a chance. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta like, man, we work hard all week. We bust our ass as adults. Sometimes, like, I just want to let go. Like, I don't want to
Yeah,
think
sometimes
about
you
nothing.
just want to
I
turn your
just want to
brain off.
jump on it, just with the homies, call up the homies. I don't even have 16 friends, but hey,
Nah, there's matchmaking, so it'll toss you in
oh
with other
my
people.
God, who the hell wants to play it with eight
Yeah.
other randoms?
So it's gonna be interesting to see. I
They
mean, it's
all going
not
on mute, but
it's less than 1,000 people playing it right now for like the last 24 hours or 48
wait a
hours.
minute, it's out?
Yeah, like I said, the game released like early access. I think it was like May of last year. I just looked it up. So it's been out for a while. That this is just like an annual update. They're trying to bring more people back into it. Because like I said, I missed this when it first came out, and I just never went back to play it. But I want to
Oh
check it
man,
out
it's
after the
okay.
update drops. So I'm
Yeah, I just think with those type of games though, I think you kind of have as much fun as you can with them, and then
exactly, yeah.
unfortunately you get the Helldivers effect. Like you said, like one thing that I really loved about Helldivers was the intensity
Mhm.
of the game. Like it really made me feel like I was in dire straits. Like
Right.
I was in a situation to where I had to fight to get the hell up out of there. Like the intensity is what made that game fun, but like you said, once you play it so many times, it's just like,
You kind of like solve the puzzle after a while. You're like, okay,
yeah, then the more like stratagems they come out with makes it easier. Then you get a meta going, like, oh, you need this, and this. Then it starts to get a little too easy.
yep,
Shout out to the developers or who made Helldivers. It did what it was supposed to do. Like people say, oh, it flopped, it this and that. I don't
absolutely
think
not.
so. I
Helldivers was a
think
success for Sony and
yeah, it
Arrowhead.
did
People
what
are
it had to
insane
do.
saying
Like
that.
people just not gonna play the same. I don't like the word flop Because that just me like, bro, people are not gonna sit there and just play the same game forever. Every game can't be a Fortnite or Apex or you know what I'm saying?
Right, 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 right. Absolutely
Like
not.
a GTA. Like sometimes you just enjoy the moment, play the game for what it is, and then people move on. Like they made more than enough money from it. I'm pretty sure we'll see a Helldivers 3.
I can
Maybe
guarantee you
they'll
they're probably already working on whatever the next game is going to be for them, and they're just going to maintain this game. I
and
think,
just because you don't play it, because
yeah,
I know people who still play Helldiver. Like just because you don't play it, don't mean it fell off the edge of the earth.
absolutely
Now,
not,
if we
man.
going by numbers, now if you pull up numbers, if you pull up Steam numbers and stuff, and the numbers are low, then yeah, let's talk statistics. But a lot of people would just be pulling stuff out of their ass. They think just because they're not playing it, oh, it fell off. Like, no,
Yeah,
you're not
we
playing it.
just gotta let that stigma go with with games like this, and I think that's honestly, if this type of game continues to be profitable for a studio, I'm all for it because you still have a need to support the game, which in my mind means you need more developers while you're working on this and whatever other projects you may have. So I'm happy if a game just kind of hits like an equilibrium in terms of content, because we've talked about this time and time again, man. Especially like Destiny, live service games are hard. They're hard as fuck to maintain. They take a lot of manpower to make the content that people will play and be done within hours at a time. I mean, it's a never ending battle, and I think Sony of all people are looking at their portfolio of things like Destiny, of things like Helldivers, that and even Concord now, that they're just trying to maintain some sort of like consistent revenue. I think with some of these smaller projects, and if this stuff gives studios the opportunity to be more creative, I'm all for that. But yeah, I agree with you, man. Like, stop saying a game is dead just because we don't play it. Like I said, I don't think this game will ever be as popular as it was 6 months ago. I don't. But that doesn't mean I think the game's gonna
I just feel like
die.
it did what it did.
It
It
did.
came
It did
out
what it
and
did. Yeah.
people was like, "Hey, yo, this shit is fun." And after the fun wore off, people moved on. I mean,
Yeah.
it
It
freaking
happens.
happens. Like
You play a
they
single player
broke
game, you
records,
beat it
they
once.
sold,
Yeah.
they made their money from it. It sold well, and then people moved on. Like it's okay to move on from a game. Like you can't keep
Yeah.
playing the same thing forever. Like,
Nobody does,
but
man. I
mm,
mean, hell, I honestly, just a quick note on Concord, for what Darkstar said in chat, it did have a strange release. I think their biggest mistake was not making that game free to play.
that's what killed the game before it even
Yeah, I
walked.
think the game's gonna struggle. Let's see, Concord. There's no data on it yet. Oh, there is data on it. This can't be right. There's no way. There's no way. This isn't right. This can't be right, bro. I'm gonna wait till Monday for this to update. There's no way.
What game is that?
According to
Oh,
Steam,
Concord.
yeah, according to Steam charts, this can't be right. I refuse to believe this is right. There's no fucking way. You're kidding me. All right, DC. Last game, man. Before we run out of time here, man. What you got, bro? What's the last one for you?
So I got a long list here. I'm going to shout out the few notable mentions, and I'm going to go to my last one. So we got Caravan Sandwich. Awesome name. Awesome game. You
Caravan
ride around a
sandwich.
little van. You ride around a little Scooby Doo van on a adventure of that takes you across the world, maybe the galaxy. I don't know. Then we had Starship Troopers, which was one of my picks, which we just talked about. So,
Great game.
needless to say. Then we got a Kim. What is it? A Kimbot? It's
Yes, yes,
a
yes, yes, yes. That game
think
looks
of
cool.
a co-op Ratchet and Clank with some. It looked like it has some amazing space combat as well. That was another notable pick for me that I saw was interesting. There was a lot of games, but my last pick, and of course, it's a 2D side scroller. Kong Survivor's Instinct looks very good to me. Looks very good. Oh
Kong
man,
Survival Instinct. What a curveball for this guy here.
oh man, the big boss battles in that game, it looks so fun to me, man.
I didn't even know this was a thing. Holy cow.
The big boss, look at the big boss battles. Yeah, yeah. Taking me back, man. 2D side scrollers are forever going to be my jam. I don't care what nobody say, man.
Wait, this is
I'm a
a 2D
2D.
side scroller?
Yeah, watch this awesomeness. This is going to happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, do I have the wrong game? I
no, no, no.
thought
This
this
is
was the
it.
wrong
This is just a
trailer.
cut screen.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is just the, the
Oh
CGI magic.
wow. Holy I was like,
Yeah,
wait, is this
man.
the right game we're talking about? Okay. This reminds me of like a I won't say like a mobile game like a bad thing, but yeah, this is like a 2D. This actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. The
Are you a
movement is a
fan?
little stiff, but
No,
it
not
can't be
it's
perfect.
not stiff. No, no, no. Not in that way. I just meant like from the camera view and stuff.
No, no, I'm like that's kind of like how I feel. Some of the moments, I don't know if it's just the trailer, it kind of
Yeah.
comes off as if it's a little stiffy, but
I didn't know
like
you were a fan of Kong, man. That's cool.
these are actual battles right here. Like,
Yeah. I didn't know you were a fan of Kong, bro. That's super cool.
well, see, I don't really care about Kong, but I don't hate him. I don't have nothing against him. I just thought the game was cool.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, yeah, I definitely will be buying that.
Oh, this
I
is
just
a
love the
YouTuber.
way I just love the
Oh,
way it
okay.
look, man. I can't. I'm just a 2D guy. You can sell me on anything if it's 2D. I promise you.
Yeah.
I'm a 2D crackhead. I'm trying to tell you.
Not 2D crackhead.
I don't know what it is about like 2D fighting games, anything 2D side scrollers, beat 'em ups, whatever. Man, I'm in there. I freaking love them, and that's now once again we want to encourage you guys. We only covered maybe 15%
Yeah, I was gonna
of
say,
all the
yeah.
games that were shown during Gamescom. What we want you to do is head on over to YouTube if you don't have nothing to do on this fine Saturday afternoon. Go ahead and treat yourself. You don't have to watch everything. There's a lot of YouTube pages that broke it down into shorter versions. They compressed it, but there are a lot of games that I need you guys to see. A lot of great games. Unfortunately, we couldn't talk about them all, but there is a little bit of something for everybody. I don't want to hear no one complaining about
2025 is
there's
gonna be nuts,
nothing
man.
to play. If I hear you complaining that there's nothing to play, then I'm just going to assume that you're a fake gamer. You're a fake gamer, and I don't like you. Well, I do like you, but you're still a fake gamer. And also, I'm starting a campaign. All right, I need y'all to hear me out here. Make Anthem great again.
Okay,
I
all
want to
right.
see Anthem.
It's gone
I want to
forever.
see
That's
Anthem make a
all
comeback.
right,
Okay.
thank you guys for listening to episode 202 of the Super Weapon Podcast. RP Anthem, man, that
I'm
makes
the
me
only.
sad.
I'm the only one who want to see Anthem
Nah,
come
it's
back.
gone forever, man. I wish it weren't, but it's
I'm gonna
that.
make my own.
That was
studio, and
another.
I'm
That
gonna
was
make
another
Anthem.
Mixer game. One of the first ones I streamed on Mixer. So, yeah. Fuck.
I'm gonna make my own studio. I'm bringing Anthem back.
R.I.P. Anthem, man. We appreciate you guys hanging out, man. Don't really have a lot. Make sure you guys check out our YouTube, please. Check out the Super Weapon podcast YouTube, Super Weapon Media YouTube as well. We're gonna have links to the descriptions of some of the games that we talked about today, the things that we're excited about. But just like DC said, man, like please support indie games, some of the smaller projects that are gonna be out in the next
There's a lot.
12 months. Like I said, I think 2025 is really gonna be a good year for gaming, and hopefully people get hired again. So that's really all I got, man. I ain't
Yes.
gonna hold you guys too long. I gotta use the bathroom. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. You guys can find me everywhere. Darius the Artist, where E is a 3. I appreciate you. DC, take us home, baby.
All right, we're gonna make this real quick because my bro host over there about to piss his pants. But anyway, yeah, make sure you go to the YouTube and please do me a favor. As much as I love the likes, kind of space them out because YouTube will mark that as spam if you do, like if you just go through all the pages and mark like, they will think that you're some kind of spam bot and it will mess up our algorithm. So kind of space out them likes a little bit in them little comments, but we do enjoy talking to you, and we definitely need the YouTube support. I'm working on some ideas. I'm going to talk with Beezy because as y'all may have seen, Beezy is the YouTube guru now. So we're gonna link up with him and see how we can improve on what we're doing. And my bro host got a pee, so I'm gonna wrap it up there. You guys have a great Saturday.
Appreciate you guys. This is me in the audio version. You guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.
Peace.